I've seen a lot of women, and I've even had women send me messages because one of my jobs is women will contact me to help them sort out their relationships, their dating life, to get over a breakup. So reach out if you're interested in that, first of all, shameless plug. But I've heard a lot of people make posts about their frustration with dating apps, how they'll see these posts from these men that are like well into their 30s talking about they're not looking for anything serious. They just want to fly by the seat of their pants. And you have to look at patriarchy. Patriarchy tells men you have plenty of time. You can have kids until the day you die. And women are told you have until 25 and you're done for. You're old, you're shriveled up, you're useless, you're bitter, and you're angry if you are not married with 2.5 kids in a white picket fence house by the age of 25, and you're pushing it at that. Women have been raised their entire lives and trained on how to be a wife, how to be adaptable, how to be flexible, how to be forgiving, how to be accommodating, how to take care of everyone. And God forbid you be an oldest daughter, everything falls on you to take care of everyone. And then boys are just raised to play sports and video games and to be young, wild, and free. So I really believe that is where you get a lot of the clashing of heads, when you get men who don't want to commit, and she's asking him 15 million times and they're arguing about when is he going to propose, and we've been living together for 5 years, when are you going to propose, we already have kids together, when are you going to propose? Or he refuses to commit to her when they're dating. He doesn't want to put a title on it because they think they have all this time. And then when they're in their 50s and the doctor says, hey dude, your health is shitty, then they panic and they rush and they want to find somebody to save their life. When they had kids and they weren't a present father, and now they want their kids to be their retirement plan, and their kids are like, hell no, you on your own with this one. Now they want a woman to be their retirement plan. My late father-in-law, who was the father to my abusive ex-husband, he messed around a lot in his life and made a lot of mistakes. And he used to tell me he was the one family member in my ex-husband's family that was nice to me. He used to tell me he regretted the type of father he was. He really wasn't hands-on. He got into a lot of trouble. And he said he would always tell his sons when they got older, stop wasting time. You need to get right. Unfortunately, his sons did not listen. But also, unfortunately, parents need to realize that you have to take advantage of the formative years when your kids are young. That's really when you want to pour those lessons into them, because once they're, fully formed and they've kind of set their own beliefs and who they are as a person, it's really kind of too late at that point. But when I hear these older men talk about how they regret wasting their lives, I don't really feel bad for them. I had to unfollow someone who was my mutual because she was starting to get a little soft. Male loneliness epidemic. And she was white. And I had to be like, girl, as a black woman, you don't want to know the adversity that I've faced, okay? And I've still managed to learn how to be a decent human being. So I don't want to hear it. We all got the same 24 hours in a day. We all got access to Google and the ability to find free, affordable resources if we really want to make those changes. So I don't want to hear that I need to feel sorry for Jeff, who wasted his whole entire life playing around. But I digress. Let me calm down and drink some of my slushy. But a lot of men, they'll say, I want a wife and children. But they don't want to be fathers and husbands. They want the woman who will build her whole entire life around him, who will allow him to do whatever. And she will take care of the kids. She will take care of the house. If he leaves her, she will continue to take care of the kids. And he will be able to wash his hands of doing any kind of child rearing and kind of dip in and dip out if and when he wants to. But, I challenge all parents to take a look at how you're raising your sons and your daughters. Are you raising your daughters to be caregivers and you're raising your sons to be cared for? Are you constantly telling your daughter that you can't wait to be a grandma and you can't wait till she has kids so you can be a grandma and you're looking forward to her wedding day, but you're telling your son all he has to worry about is sports and basketball scholarships, and you talk about all the cool fun stuff with him and he can just kind of coast through life? If that's how you're raising your kids, you are setting them up for a lot of regret and frustration. And a big mistake that a lot of women make in dating is they are trying to force these men who don't want to settle down because they don't think they have to. They're getting with these men out of desperation because we're told we don't have time. So they're trying to get with these men who think they have time. And then they constantly bump heads. You have to be willing to say from the jump, once he shows and tells you, I'm not serious, you have to be able to dump his ass and go ahead and move on to the next person, because you're going to waste so much time, energy, money possibly, trying to force a man who thinks he just can do whatever, whenever, into being somebody who can settle down and be a husband and a father. It's just not going to work.